Hi all, welcome to Design Engineers Telugu. In our previous video, I have explained how to import components to our assembly. Okay, so in this video, I will explain how to constrain those imported component. Okay, so here I have imported one component. Okay, so as you know, every component in space will have 6 degrees of freedom. In those, three are translation, that is in X, Y, and Z, and 3 are in rotation, that is also in X, Y, and Z. Okay, so if you take any component in space, we'll have 6 degrees of freedom. So now, according to our requirement, we have to fix our component. Suppose, for example, now if you see here, I have base. So everywhere, base will be the fixed one. So to fix this components, we have to use constraints. Okay, this we have discussed in a previous video. So now we will discuss about these components. Okay, so first base we have here. So to fix this base, we can use fix component. Suppose if you click on fix component and if you select your component, okay, so this component is got constraint completely. If you want to check the degree of freedom, what we have to do, we have to go for analyze and constraints. Here in degrees of freedom, we can able to see there are no degree of freedom. Okay, so this component is fully constrained now. Okay, so now I want to import one more component. So what we can do, we can right click on this product one, and then we can go for components, existing component. Here I'm selecting cylinder. So the different methods what we can use for importing the components, those I have explained in the first video. Okay, assembly first video, that link I will give here. So if you click on this link, you can able to see that video, so that you can able to see what are the different methods to import component to your assembly. Okay, so now here we have cylinder. Okay, so how many degrees of freedom it has, how to check, analyze, constraints. So here it has 6 degrees of freedom. Okay, now I want to fix the degrees of freedom for this cylinder. So what we can do, so if you fix any cylindrical components like this, okay, for that we can use coincidence constraints. Okay, so for cylindrical objects we have to use this command or this tool. Okay, so what we have to do is we need to click on this tool. Okay, so just click on coincidence constraint, and now if you place your cursor here, see here you can able to see this axis, right? Cylinder axis you can able to see. Okay, or if you place your cursor here, here also you can able to see the axis. Okay, wherever you have cylinder components, there if you place your cursor after selecting this, if you place your cursor there, you can able to see this axis. Okay, so now I'm placing my cursor here, and here I can able to see axis. I'm just selecting this axis, and then where it has to constraint, I have to fix this cylinder here. So if you place your cursor here, you can able to see one more axis here. So select that axis also. Automatically this cylinder will move from here to here. Sometimes it won't move. Okay, that time what we have to do is we need to click on this update all. Okay, just click on this update all. So now this entire assembly got updated. Okay, so whenever you see this one, see now it is not highlighting, right? Because there is no component to be updated here. Okay, so if you have one or more components to be updated, or this constraint need to be updated, it will highlight. Okay, so when you click on this one, it will automatically get update all the components. Okay, now I want to see how many degrees of freedom it has. So I want to keep only rotation degree of freedom. So suppose if you go for here and check constraints, how many degrees of freedom we have, we have 2 degrees of freedom. And if you give double click on this, you can able to see what are those. One is rotation. Okay, so it has to rotate here, and translation. Okay, so this translation moment also there. Okay, So now I want to fix this translation moment, okay, because the cylinder I want to be rotate. Suppose if you want to fix the rotation also, you can fix it. That I will explain later, okay. So first we will fix this translation, okay. Just close this window and so for translating, suppose if you want to give some distance, you can give. By giving the distance, you can able to constrain that. And if you don't want to give any distance, then also you can able to constrain. Suppose in our case, I want to fix this cylinder by using some distance. So for that, I can use offset constraint. Okay, suppose if you click on offset constraint, if you select the two faces, from where to where, from here top of the cylinder to top of the base, how much distance you have to maintain, it's up to you. Okay, so depend upon your requirement, you have to give the distance. Suppose here it has around 69, so I want to make it as 50. Okay, so either positive or negative, it depend upon our requirement. Just click on OK. So now see, it is getting highlight. Okay, every time you don't need to go and update here. Okay, once if you give all the constraint, then you can click on this update. It's up to individual. Okay, so now I'm updating this. Yeah, here I have fixed this cylinder. Okay, so but it has a rotation degree of freedom that I will explain later. Okay, so now I want to import one more component. So I'm just importing one more component. This time I'm giving box and open. So here we have box. Okay, suppose if you want to bring it outside, okay, if you feel like any disturbance between the components, so just select this manipulation and select the component and bring it outside like this. Okay, so now I want to place this box in this location. Okay, so here it has to be placed. So for this, what I'm doing here is, instead of giving distance, okay, suppose if you select this face and this face, if you give the distance as 0, it will automatically come and sit here. But instead of that, okay, I can go for contact constraint. So that suppose if you see this one, contact constraint, select this face and target where it has to go. It has to go and sit here. So select this space also. When you select this both and click on update, it will automatically move to here. Okay, see, that got constraint. Okay, so now I want to constrain, or I want to move this face to here. Okay, so just select the two faces and update. So like this, we can able to constrain your objects. Okay, so it's about concentric constraint, contact constraint, and offset constraint. Okay, these three tools we have seen now. Okay, so first one is concentric constraint. Whenever you have cylindrical components, by using this concentric constraint, axis to axis we can able to constrain. And here if you see contact constraint, okay, suppose if you have any two flat faces, if you want to make them contact, okay, if you want to place them in a contact, you can able to use this contact constraint. Like that, if you want to give some distance, okay, suppose for example from this face, from this flat face to this flat face, if you want to give some distance, then you can go for offset constraint and then select two faces and give the distance and then OK. So like this we can able to fix our components. Okay, suppose now if you want to check how many degrees of freedom it has. Okay, generally I have constant this with this face and this with this face. So and height also constant. So now it will have 0 degree of freedom. Suppose if you want to check that, you can go for analyze constraints, degree of freedom. See, this entire assembly is having only 1 degree of freedom. That is also cylinder. Okay, so cylinder has rotation degree of freedom. Okay, so if you wanna restrict that also, you can able to restrict by using this angle constraint. Okay, suppose for example, if you want to use this angle constraint, we need to go for the cylinder and then so here you have this planes, right? So now what I will do is I will go for angle constraint and then I will select this plane of the cylinder. Okay, so I'm selecting this plane and this plane, or you can select any flat face also, it's up to you. In this case I'm giving this plane. Okay, so if you select these two planes, and if you want to maintain some degree of freedom, you can able to maintain, or I want to maintain 0 angle. Okay, so select 0, or if you want to rotate, if you rotate, even if you rotate, it will not make much difference. Okay, suppose if you rotate this one, okay, here you can't see that difference. Okay, suppose if you see this elliptical faces like this, you can able to sense that. So here whatever the angle you want to give, you can give, and then click on OK. So now if you check the degree of freedom, it has, this assembly is having 0 degree of freedom. Okay, so like this we can use concentric constraint, contact constraint, offset constraint, and angle constraint. And in the very starting we have discussed about this fixed component option also. Okay, so this 5 tools are very important, because if you take any component or any assembly, okay, which is having any number of components, okay, by using these 5 tools only we can able to fix the component. Okay, any type of component, any type of assembly you bring it here. Okay, by using these 5 constraints you can able to fix any type of components. Okay, so as we have discussed in part design, you can able to create different types of components, and you can save it in your system, and then you just bring it here, and then try to assemble with this 5 constraint tools. Okay, so here we have some more tools, okay, in constraints only. These tools we will discuss in our next video. Okay, so just try to assemble different types of components, and if you face any difficulty while assembling those parts, or while giving constraints, just ping me in comment section. I will give reply over there. Okay, so thank you all, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.